This is a certified hood classic.
All rise, order in the court. It is time. Lola, hello. Flusha, Officer Pork Chop. Mikey, hi.
Hi, hey, everybody. Good to see everyone. Sorry for the slow delay. We were trying to straighten out a few things. We've got some debuts, not really debuts, but some premieres. That's what they're called on YouTube. Premieres happening today. One at 2:30 today and one at 5:30 today.
Nice.
Here on We Got a Case channel. So make sure you subscribe over there so you don't miss that. One is some ex-lovers where the guy was doing donuts in the front yard and pulled a knife on somebody. And the other one, well, it's a greatest hits compilation of some I guarantee you Judge Cedric Simpson clips you have never seen.
Dun dun dun.
So make sure you're there, check that out. We're trying a few new things, and you know that's what happens when body starts slapping.
As far as today, what do we got lined up now?
Creed, you told me one time in secrecy and swore me to never tell anyone that you had married a girl one time, divorced her, and then turned around and remarried her again. And I said, don't worry, Creed. Lips are sealed. That's what happened in today's TPO case we're going to see. Why couldn't they make it work, Creed? Why, you say? Well, we're about to find out, Creed.
Oh,
about to find out.
All right. Well, let's
take it away. Judge, no verdict.
Spoiler alert, baby.
No.
Maybe.
Mr. Ellis, you're back on two devices. Which one do you want to use, please?
Both.
Gonna have to log one off, sir.
Can you?
And you're on mute.
I like the both perspectives, though. We really get a feel for how he's feeling at the moment.
One is
yes, sir.
I know how to use this, and the other is I have
okay,
no idea.
I'm trying to turn this other one off.
Oh, I chose the worst one.
There we go.
That's fine. That's all right. Well, hello now.
Okay.
Justicles.
Am I getting feedback?
No, Judge, you're not, but I'll give you feedback on.
Okay, this is a matter of
not appropriate.
Calandra Ellis versus.
He is the Punisher.
Cavell Ellis.
Cavell.
Case number 23 PO 4540.
Gary, where are you?
Gary is busy celebrating Terminator's 21 months.
Wow.
A member.
That's an OG, bro.
Parte protective order. Ms. Garcia, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead and proceed.
Could you raise your right hand so I can swear you in?
Yes.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're going to provide is true?
It's always weird when the attorney swears them
under
in.
penalty of perjury?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Can you state your name? I want to make sure he hears you.
Okay.
So
Calandra Ellis.
Okay. And you filed a petition for a temporary protective order, is that correct?
Yes.
And against whom?
Cavell, my husband.
Okay. And
Cavell.
what was the event that occurred that led you to make the application?
The event that led to the application was an argument where my husband began to take furniture. So he ripped the mattress off of the bed. He started threatening to break televisions in the house. I was at work at the time. I work from home. So I grabbed my work equipment, called 911, and left the house. When the police came out,
that makes sense. It's not the first time that we've seen that. It's just
yeah. We've seen it. It's just always weird.
Yeah, you're just always expecting it's, I guess, to be
like the bailiff or the judge. Yeah.
Okay, so
not the shyster. The attorney.
The mattress off of the box spring. I'm guessing,
brother. That means he's got the scrimp. He's coming in. He's grabbing stuff. He's yanking it off. He's expected to take out the TV next.
You just smash it, right? I mean, there's not much you can really do. Hawk smash, Punisher type smash.
You throw the mattress. You ain't got to worry about it breaking. You kind of go up. You can barely tap a TV. If you had a Wii remote in your hand, you definitely could break one.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, he's making some threats, want to break some stuff. He's gonna show his ass, so to say.
Okay, if I could just stop you right there. You called the
Michael.
police. Who else did you call?
I also called my brother.
Okay, all right. And what did he do?
He met me. So I waited for the police to come and my brother met me.
Okay, and what did the police do?
They gave me the information for the Women's Resource Center so that I can file a
Good
TPO
move.
because I explained to them what had been going on in the home.
Mhm. And what day of the week did this occur?
This was on Friday.
Okay, and then after the police left, what did you do?
I went and stayed with my siblings for the rest of the day.
Okay, and did you return to the house?
I did that night. Yeah.
Okay, and why did you do that?
My kids.
Okay, can you tell me what kids you have there?
My son
She
is
left the kids?
16 and my daughter is 5.
Okay, and your son,
Yeah. What a way to start the weekend there with that. So let me get this straight very quickly, right? He's ripping mattresses, breaking TVs to the point where we have to call the cops.
The law comes.
She leaves, goes with her siblings on a Friday during the day, I guess. And the kids are left with.
And she comes back at night and she says, "Why?" She said, "Because I have 2 children." Going back to the children. Okay. Well,
They were
16-year-old was taking care of things, maybe.
who's the father of the son?
Cavell.
Okay, and then your daughter?
She has a different father.
Okay, so it's a stepdaughter.
Unknown.
And also, did you find something at the house?
Yeah, when I came home, there was a deadbolt that was placed on the bedroom door downstairs where Cavell has been sleeping.
Okay.
Oh, a lot to unpack there.
Very quickly, 2 things. Who's handsome? 14 months member, and threw in a 5 or a 5. He's got 5 on it. Thank you, Jim. And KH, first on the love train.
She's first on the love train, but second on the monetary monorail. So she says she comes home and finds a deadbolt on the downstairs bedroom. Sound like it's in a basement, the way she made it sound.
Yeah, true.
And he's been staying there, so I'm guessing there was already love problems ahead of this. Way ahead of this.
Sounds like we've separated our sleeping situation. And
whose mattress did he attack, by the way, his or hers?
I'm guessing hers because she called him out his name about it. Gary, thank you, £2.
Gary, where are you?
Thank you, Gary.
I'm still hung up on leaving the kids there when just after all that happens. And
maybe she misspoke.
Maybe. So we'll give her the benefit of the doubt on that one. Wait a minute. I'll get one more from Michael. 10 more. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you a ton. And let's get back to it.
Thank you, Michael.
And anything else that you found there?
So he took the counter appliances out of the kitchen, some other appliances around the household, a speaker, some heaters, things were missing, and I assumed that they were in there with my mattress.
Okay, and do you guys
stole the mattress?
Use the same bedroom?
No.
Okay, what are the locations of the bedroom?
My bedroom is upstairs, and the bedroom he sleeps is downstairs where he put the deadbolt on the door.
And when you returned to the house, do you find anything else? Any kind of communication from Mr. Ellis?
He has a habit of leaving nasty notes to me as a part of the what he does to me. And there was a note on the floor that said, I contacted DeKalb County and they said you can get an annulment based on your mental state. So referring to me having mental issues, which is
I want to point out that even if you're not getting along, if you're sharing a house and you've got kids, man, a deadbolt on a inside the house like that, it is such a dick move.
It's showing it's really sending a bad sign, not to just the children and the other spouse, but that there's hostilities afoot. He's gone around, he's collected all the good stuff, the speakers, the heaters,
right,
her mattress, and locked them away in his room.
Yeah. So you're probably hiding some secrets. You're probably not trusting. I don't know. It's just a bad.
It's only gonna make a bad situation into a worse situation. By the way, Call Me Rose. 5 memberships.
Hey, that's 5 hallelujahs. 3, 4, 5. Rose, thank you. Was there a chase? I didn't miss another chase last night.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. No, I never got any updates about it after that. I'll look into it more today. So hopefully maybe I'll have an update by the time we go live with We Got Chase.
I need a
It was late.
I need an emergency broadcast system alert or something. Jesus. All right. Well, if it was late, then
It's something that he does to me.
Okay. And at this point can I see petitioner's exhibit number 2?
We call those nasty grams.
I'm sorry to keep stopping. This just reminds me one of the I want to say one of the top 5 times, but you'll appreciate this with Barb, that I pissed her off. You remember her, right?
Yes, of course. Lovely lady.
Was I came back to the trailer down on the island on the beach, and she had cut out arrows throughout the house on the way to the bedroom. So what does Creed do when he gets home from work at old Rock 105? He turns on the TV and he sits down, grabs a snack, and passes out in the chair.
He's a lady lover.
No, he's speaking.
Yes.
Come in one moment.
All right, let's see these nasty grams, boys.
All right. I'm ready.
Oh,
Hey, can you tell me what this is? This is petitioner's exhibit 1. What is that?
That's the mattress. So after he was served, the sheriff told me that I could take the bolt off of the door, that I was able to, and the furniture was in there. And that's the mattress that he took off of my bedroom, my bed upstairs.
Okay. And then also petitioner's exhibit 2.
Man, that was a tiny dorm room bed this poor man was sleeping on.
Definitely the spare room. I missed it too, Rose. So
that's all right. That's the beauty of being able to go back and watch it.
Listen, if I don't.
Okay, now that was 2. Do you want to do 3?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're correct. 3. Because I
was walking to the
problem.
bedroom. When I saw it on my phone, I was like,
perfect timing.
Okay. Can you identify this plaintiff's exhibit 2?
Wow.
3, excuse me.
So those are the cables from
Yeah, we need to just hang on a second here and take a look at this.
He did take everything.
He did, including the that is
it's an Instapot, right?
Instapot, yeah. Some vases.
A diploma stuck between some vases, maybe.
A chair that does not belong in a bedroom next to a dresser.
Oscillating fan, I believe.
A mini
stand up.
Is it though? I mean, it's like a tabletop, unless it makes it up. It's
a stand up.
Why does it look like it?
Why does the back look like no air can get sucked in?
Yeah. How does that all work? Flusher, do you mind telling us? He really did. He grabbed. You can tell he grabbed a
just
lot.
Random. Like, are those all the dining room table chairs? He leave the table up there and just took all the chairs to be an ass?
A keeper. That's what I'm thinking. It certainly doesn't. I mean, do you guys have dining room chairs in your bedrooms, even in like spare bedrooms downstairs?
They call those pervert chairs. You line them up around the bed and Creed. You know what's next.
What is underneath the Instapot? Is that a computer? I can't really tell.
Maybe.
He's certainly taken in a collection. There's sort of. I want to see the picture of the kitchen upstairs with just a table, because all of the chairs are right there stacked.
Chairs from my dining room table, which he had turned over on his side, and the chairs are in there. Also, air fryer, toaster oven, space
toaster
heaters.
oven.
Now, just to back up here, so you returned to the house after the police gave you the information, and then what did you do with respect to the information they gave you?
On Monday, because it was Friday, so on Monday I called the Women's Resource Center. I spoke with the gentleman, and he helped me file the TPO.
Okay, and when were you issued the TPO?
On the 10th.
Okay, and then what occurred after that?
So on the 10th, I filed the TPO. Then Saturday night before Mother's Day, the 13th, I believe it was, Cavell didn't return to the house. And then he came back on the 14th in the evening around 10, 11 o'clock. So I wasn't sure whether or not they had given him the TPO because he didn't come back. So I called the police at that time.
And what did he proceed to do?
He started banging on the door. He used a garage door opener he claimed he didn't have possession of to get into my garage. He started turning my breaker boxes in the garage. So he's turning the lights on and off in the garage, hitting my car, slamming my car doors open until my alarm is going off over and over. And this went on until the police arrived. So it took them maybe about 30 minutes to get there.
Okay.
Good gracious.
May I see petitioner's exhibit number 4, which is a video, a 1-minute video.
Ooh, a 1-minute video. I'm ready.
Uh-oh. They were able to upload that? Typically, that's too big. By the way, we cannot, per our contract, wear any open.
Okay, and just
open
before you
blouses.
start,
That's right. No
can
blouses.
you
No open blouses.
Can you tell me what this exhibit is?
Yes, that's me taking a video of him banging on the doors. That's my front doors in front of me. And then to the left is my garage.
Okay, thank you. So if we could proceed with that.
Open face blouses.
I say Merry Christmas.
What a doorbell.
I hear the bells ringing from the church.
That's a fancy place. It's a fancy doorbell.
The shadows quite creepy.
Oh. Obviously, he doesn't know the knock.
They don't have a secret knock. There it is. He knows.
Let him in.
Open it up. It's only right.
That'd be so creepy. Oh, my stepdad did this one time when we moved out. We all laid on the floor and locked the door.
Oh my God.
He stood outside knocking forever.
Mocky.
Da-na-na-na.
Right. And so you said that you called the police, and what happened when the police arrived?
They came and they contacted the sheriff, and the sheriff came out, and that's when he was served with the TPO.
Okay. Now, your relationship with Mr. Ellis, have been a history of family violence?
Yes.
Okay. Can you just briefly give the court some idea of whether there have been other protective orders?
Yeah, I had a TPO back in 2012.
Okay. And at that time, were you married to him?
Yes, we were married then.
And what happened subsequently?
Well, he refused to see my son unless I got the TPO dropped. So it was given for 12 months. And he told me that unless I got rid of it, he wouldn't see our son, who he was about 5 at the time.
Okay.
Well, that's using the kids as pawns, which is always.
We hear about that's a weird one where, like, if you want me to see the kid, you gotta drop the TPO. That's a reverse psychology.
He's just knocking on the door, doing the doorbell thing and ringing that just to be a dick, right? I mean, because he has access to the house. He's living there, or did I miss something where they had kicked him out?
Yeah, I'm guessing while he was, because she said he left, and I'm guessing while he was gone, maybe she changed up the locks.
Okay, that would make sense. I don't think they really stipulated that 100%, but
no, wasn't flushed out.
And then what happened subsequently?
I did drop the order, file for divorce, and
okay. And the divorce was finalized when?
2019.
Okay. And
divorce in 2019.
Then thereafter, do you have any contact with Mr. Ellis?
Limited.
Okay, but
we started, and then we started seeing each other again at the end of 2021.
Okay, and what occurred after that?
We ended up getting remarried last May, May 28th of 2022.
Okay.
Change them.
And what was, can you just
Creed.
give me his behavior before
Just
and
each other.
after the marriage?
Well,
That particular marriage.
yeah, before the marriage, it was a lot of, I'm different. we're not holding on to anything from the
I'm
past.
going with that, Jeff. I hope you're absolutely right. He's sitting at that nice desk. He's got an Instapot right next to him to the right with a toaster oven and a fan that I don't think gets any air from the back.
I mean, he's just, living his best single guy life right now. You can't help-
But the color on the walls match. No, he actually could be.
Yeah, maybe.
As
I believe
there seemed to be changes in the behavior, and then it seemed like after we got married, he just started with the mind games again, and
No, not him.
just a lot of mental and emotional abuse.
Okay. And can you just give just a brief idea of some examples of that?
Yeah, so he berates me in front of my children. He calls me names, calls me a whore. He constantly is unfaithful blatantly in my face and laughs about it to me.
Look at him laughing.
He put me in such a state of anxiety and depression.
Unfaithful in front. Wait, how does are you saying that he's bringing Wormans home and
he's flaunting it in her face? He calls her the whore word.
Yes.
And he's the one.
Yeah.
Sorry. He's the one out doing all this. He's the one being the cheater. Cheaters never win. And if I've said it once, I'll say it a million times. If somebody's blaming you for doing something you're not doing, usually they're the ones actually doing it.
Good point.
That I had to take off of work in December. And then I ended up going in the hospital in January. And I was in a hospital at Piedmont for about 7 days. Because of all the stress and the anxiety.
And why were you admitted? Did it have a diagnosis?
Yeah, severe depression and anxiety and suicidal ideations.
Okay. And then
that's not good.
Also, what other does he possess any firearms that concern you?
Yeah, so he has about 40 to 50 weapons, assault rifles.
What?
He has about
no wonder he's wearing the Punisher shirt. He's the real Punisher.
He has handguns. Yeah, he has a lot of weapons, and it's concerning. Because,
okay, and where does he keep them?
Prior to me going into the hospital, they were in a closet in our bathroom. He turned that into a closet where he kept his weapons. And when I came home from the hospital, all of the weapons were gone along with furniture from my house that I since had to replace.
Okay.
This
now,
poor lady.
Do you have any, what effect did this experience with your husband have on you?
I'm just in a constant state of fear. I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know what type of headspace he's going to push me into. There's just, he's ex-military. So, his thing is, the government trained me to do this. As long as I don't put my hands on you, nothing's going to happen to me.
And as long as he didn't drink the water at Camp Lejeune, everything will be fine.
I will say this. He has done nothing but smirk and laugh.
Mm-hmm.
The diagnosis, and you know what? I'm gonna say it right. I mean, I haven't heard him yet, but I believe her 1,000%, 100 times over, especially with his laughing and the way he's sitting there. He's manipulative. He wanted her not because he loved her. He wanted her because he wanted to be able to manipulate her and control everything. He is bad news.
So far, that's what it sounds like. And 40 to 50 in a closet. But you can remember though, I've got a lot of weapons around me, like scissors and different things. So maybe she's talking about some knives.
You think so? You think that's
no
what she's talking about? Maybe?
No, I think it's probably 50 pew-pews, but
Creed's got tons of scissors.
Scissor me, daddy!
I set it up, you knock it out the park.
I know exactly what I'm doing. You're the one who's crazy. It's a constant.
And are you concerned that this may escalate into physical?
Yeah, because it's escalated from where we were last year, May, up until, to this.
Okay. And I want to go over the relief that you're seeking from the court. You're seeking exclusive use and possession of your residence at 2040 Poplar Falls Avenue.
Yes.
So you have a automobile, Mercedes-Benz CLS 400, that's in your name.
Yeah.
And our understanding is that the DVIP course will be mandated. Do you have any other concerns about him in terms of need of evaluation?
Yeah, definitely, because I know, there's something going on with him for him to continue to be abusive the way he is.
Okay, has he been using drugs?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me the instances that you have?
Drugs.
He smokes marijuana regularly.
Oh,
Okay,
what a
but
piece
since
of
when have you been aware of that?
The last time
Doubles
was
lettuce.
maybe about a week before this last incident that led to this.
Okay, and is he using it for medicinal purposes?
No,
Okay. And where do you think he has the firearms? Do you have any clue?
I think that they're in U-Haul because he has a U-Haul storage where he took the furniture that he took out of the house when I was in the hospital.
Okay, so you're seeking for him to surrender those arms to the police?
Yes.
Okay. The restrictions are stay away from you, from your work, house, and the children's school. Are you still seeking that relief in 100 yards distance? Now, who provides them health insurance?
Our health insurance is through the military, so he does.
TRICARE.
Okay. Yes, and so you want him to maintain that health insurance for
Yeah.
you?
It's not the
Okay.
same, RJ.
And in
understand.
terms of the child support, we're not addressing this issue. And can you explain to the court about child support?
My son gets Social Security from his father.
Okay, so that is already
So
set up.
yes,
Okay, and are you seeking sole physical and legal custody of
What?
the two children?
yes,
All right, your son now is how old?
16.
Okay, now,
Seriously, if he does smoke weed every day, I think that would actually help him in many ways.
Yeah, I'd hate to see him
not
without it.
kidding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he might be. I mean, I don't know what this guy's mental state is. I mean, she probably don't like weed, so to her, it's a bad
Yeah.
thing. So
Yeah, she views it as a drug. I get it. I
Yeah,
understand. For
absolutely.
many years, it was.
it was.
I mean, still is here in this state.
Oh
do you
yeah.
want to allow for your son to visit his father?
Yes.
Okay, do you have any restrictions you want to put on that?
I just don't want to have any communication with him. So my sibling's house is a drop-off point where I can take my son there, he can pick my son up,
Okay.
and then I don't have to have any.
Okay, and also, are you seeking attorney's fees?
Yes.
Okay, how much does he earn, your husband?
I don't know how much he gets from his retirement. He's fully retired from the Air Force, but I know he gets about $4,200 in disability a month.
Okay, and that's not including the military?
The military, the retirement, plus the dependent benefits that he gets from me and my
He
son.
gets so
Okay, and
much
who's
money
been paying
then.
for the mortgage and bills of the house?
I had
And he's sleeping. And you guys saw his room. He's pulling in well over 5, 6, maybe even 7K a month.
He is making Law Talk with Mike money.
He is. Yes. I'm kind of surprised he doesn't have an applause.
Oh well, I mean, that's a muscle shirt, brother.
I mean, that's just that disability.
That's just from the VA. That's not counting his retirement after he put in his 20 years.
Good for him. He deserves it. Listen,
Absolutely.
Air Force, military, no matter what, if he may treat his women like shit, but he did a lot to earn
it. Yeah, he earned that money.
Along with Natalie. And Amazon Girl with 10 memberships. Thank you. And thank you, Lisa B, for letting us know. Appreciate that. Very interesting case so far. And to think that these people have been married twice now. Kathy.
Doing the Lord's work. Glad you're here. Welcome.
He refuses to pay any bills.
When did he stop doing that?
March.
Okay.
He's not
And Your
paying
Honor,
your
I'd have to
bills.
stand in my place regarding the amount we're seeking, which would be an estimate. Okay. Yes, my name is Teresa Garcia, and I'm an attorney. I've been an attorney for more than 20 years here in the Atlanta metropolitan area. I charge $300 an hour, which is reasonable given the experience and the location of where I practice. We think that the amount that I'm thinking of is $1,750. That would include also the time we have here. And we would ask that that be paid by Mr. Ellis to my account so that I could distribute it to my client.
Straight PayPal.
Awkward silence.
Okay,
Yeah,
anything further, counsel?
He's
No, Your
definitely
Honor.
a manipulator. I don't know if he's a psycho, but he's definitely a manipulator. 100%.
Yeah. Just his behavior when she was throwing out some things here and there.
Openly cheating on her. I mean,
Okay, Mr. Ellis.
she looks like a very nice lady.
And
You
her
wanna hear
lawyer's
this, sir?
good, straight to the point.
Yeah, no beating around the bushes.
I love
Yes.
whisper like that.
Don't say anything while he's talking.
Hello.
Yes. Okay, yes, we can hear you.
Mhm.
That's
Any
what being
testimony, sir?
recharged too.
Yes. Everything that was just stated is a lie.
300 an hour.
I've submitted evidence to the court via the email that was provided to me. She stated that I caused her the stress, for her to go into the mental state that she was in. That is incorrect. I did not know she was having mental issues before we met, before we got back together. I paid for her mental capacity when she went to the doctor. I've been paying my portion of the bills, which is I presented those as evidence as well. Every month she put a number of $1,500. I paid that. The last time she asked me to leave, which is the reason why I was in the room below. She had the youngest child, which was a baby girl, to sleep in the bed with us to keep me from sleeping in the bed. That's the only reason that I slept downstairs. Before that, we slept together in our bed. My son and or either of those.
Objection relevance.
You spoke of it. You spoke of the relevance of me.
Okay, hold on, Mr.
Yeah,
Mr. Ellis, Mr. Ellis. Yeah, whenever there's an objection, then you need to
shut up.
Be quiet until the court makes a ruling with regard to the objection.
Okay. All right.
So, and what's the basis of the objection, counsel?
Irrelevance. These patterns or this behavior is not relevant to the issue before here, which is whether he's the events that she described on May 5th and May 13th and 14th are correct. That's the sole issue.
I think you need to pick your battles here. He's just talking about how the fact that they used to be happy and sleep in the same bed together.
Yeah,
I mean, calling it on.
And he paid for her mental capacity, but I'm pretty sure she just mentioned a minute ago was they have insurance, which is through the military part of his retirement, that I'm sure paid for her mental capacity, as he so eloquently put it.
Yes, I love how.
But he's trying to lay a little groundwork. Okay, I get it. He didn't, for a second he acted like he didn't know she had these issues, but obviously he did, because that was one of the first things he said he paid for. Talk about receipts.
Good point. I still think he is cheap, especially when she throws out that he doesn't pay for any bills.
Yeah.
Over here.
Okay, I'm going to overrule the objection. I'm going to allow you to go ahead and testify. Proceed.
Okay, thank you, sir. Again, the only reason that I moved from our bedroom was for that reason, and because she would wake up in the morning mad at me for I have no idea. She would go in on me, so I chose to stay downstairs. She and I had an agreement that I would be leaving the house, which was no problem. That I stayed in that room and she stayed in the room above. On the time in question that she called the police, that morning, she called me on the phone and asked me about cutting the grass. I told her I had that taken care of. We were supposed to go on a date that night. I bought flowers to kick the date off. When I walked into the front door, as per the police report, all my things were thrown in the middle of the hallway. Hence me putting the deadbolt on the door. She told me to take all my things and get out of her house. That's been a common occurrence that she's told me on several occasions. For 3 days, we'd be good. We would make love and be cool in the fan. The next day, she wake up, cuss me out, tell me she wanted me out the house.
He said cool in the fan?
That went on several occasions. As you've seen, when I knocked on our door, I had no idea I had been served a restraining order. She said she did it on the 5th, and as she was in such fear of her life, I stayed in the house from the 5th 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. I left that Saturday morning, went to visit my mother on Mother's Day. I came back that night and was issued a restraining order. Yes, I knocked on the door. I checked the car to see if the key was in the car. Hence the reason the alarm went off. I rung the doorbell and knocked on the door. That's it, period. She tried to have me murdered by cops. She told the cops, because I could hear her screaming and yelling in there, telling the cops that I was outside banging on the door. I had a weapon, that I was threatening. The cops came, draw their weapons.
Is he talking about the time when he was knocking on
the door? Yeah, because he had gone to his mom's. He thought everything was peachy keen. Comes back and she got the restraining order. That's why he couldn't get in the house. She got a restraining order against him, and he was trying to check out the car. But he's saying she tried to get him murdered by a cop. She was trying to have him murdered.
Did he say they were making love and then he left to go to the mom's?
Well, you know, sometimes I think he was talking in general that, you know, we fuss, we fight, and then we make love and it's all right. But I don't think, you know, particularly this occasion, because it seems like they had already had, and again, what he's saying she's doing isn't out of the realm of possibility because of her mental state of how she was and how she was hot and cold and things like that, because of the way, you know, she's dealing with all these underlying issues that had to do with the way he had treated her and this, that, and the other. So,
okay. That's right. Get it right.
Making babies.
I'll be RB.
Put a baby in me.
I had my hands in the air. They took the weapons out of my waistband
and waved them around
like I
with me
all the time. I am a gun collector.
Enthusiast.
At no time have I ever had any problem with any gun, with any problem, with any assault, with anything. She used that same excuse the last time she got a PTO because the system works for her. When she goes and cries and says this, she also didn't say that she was arrested for that PTO because she abused me with a roller skate. She beat me with a roller skate.
A roller skate?
And during that time, my father was dying. He was dying on his deathbed. I asked, could I take my son, the same one she said I refused to see, which is a lie. Anybody can tell.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, Ms. Ellis. If you could bring it up to date as to what's been occurring here recently.
I'm just going on by what she just stated. On the TPO and the restraining order, her prior restraining order. She used those same wordings that I'm in the military. At no time ever have I ever put my hands on her, have I ever had a confrontation with her. She's the one that beats me up, tears my things up, cuts my clothes up. All my things are destroyed. The furniture she's speaking of, I had a gym in our garage, which I paid for, which I work out, that she destroyed. I submitted those evidence. She said I had a confrontation with her son, which is our oldest son. He's 24 years old. He was going to beat her up. He was the one calling her all them names, whores, all the. I stepped in, told him to leave her alone. As per the police report, which I also submitted, that he attacked me, in which she requested the police report, requested the police that says that he was attacking her, and I stepped in to prevent that. That's the only confrontation I've ever had.
Okay, let me ask you this, sir. You indicated that the two of you have a son that's 24 years old. Is that correct?
Yes. He's my stepson. He's my stepson and her son by another guy, which I raised. Again, he was going to beat her up in her face. He is the reason why she went to the hospital. He is the reason why she was admitted for that week time frame. He was in our house during that time.
Wait a minute, is this something, when did this occur?
This all occurred during the time that she's claiming that I made her go to the hospital. Her son was the one who made her go to the hospital.
And when was that? You said what?
In January, when she went in the hospital and was admitted to the hospital.
January of this year.
Of this year, whenever, I'm not sure the dates, but her son was the reason why she had to go to the hospital, because her son disrespected her and treated her like she was anything but his mother. Again, I've submitted all this into evidence. He bit me on my arm.
Bit you
3 times.
1 time.
And that is submitted in evidence.
3 times.
She destroyed my things. And that day she called the police, said she had to leave. The only reason she did that, because I said, if you touch my things again, I will call the cops on you.
There is a lot there that he's throwing out that I am kind of surprised that I'm going to say this, but do not sound super outlandish.
No, they really don't. Maybe
some truth to this a little bit. Just saying.
It sounds like it. It's real tough, man. He's coming with some really good stuff. I mean, he's got all kinds of things he's bringing up, and she looks unfazed by it, to be honest with you. I mean,
it's true. She's that really does make court tough. Sometimes it's easy to tell, but when you sit there kind of stone faced, sitting there next to your lawyer, really hard to read, really hard to judge. Listen, when we saw his character very, very quickly. Here's another one. If he would have just sat there and didn't, sit there and laugh and make those faces and all that, I would maybe be swayed a little bit more towards his side. But anyways, let's hear some more about that.
So she stopped what she was doing and ran and called the cops on me before I called the cops on her. When the cops showed up, I showed them all my stuff in the middle of the floor, in the middle of the hallway, all that. She's taken my protein powders, which I work out supplements, and poured them all in a trash bag. Opened them up, poured them out, just to be spiteful, to be mean. She's only doing this because she wants to see other men, and I have no problem with it. She even told me this to my face. I am in her way. She wants to go be with other men. Wow. She wants to spend time on the beach somewhere. If it's with her husband, oh well. If it's not, oh well. She attacked me in every possible way she could. She has our Ring doorbell, our recording devices, recording me on every issue. I have to step out of the house just to talk on the telephone. I can't leave the house without being accused of sexual activities. Oh, you dating this. Oh, you doing that. You doing that. My ex, which she said I'm cheating with, hearing this proceeding, sent me a text message saying, hey.
Objection. Relevance.
You spoke of.
Well, this is, you're getting ready to go into hearsay. Mm-hmm. And so that's going to be objectionable hearsay.
Okay. It's not hearsay. It's
she say.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry, Your Honor. If you say it's hearsay, it's hearsay. My apologies.
Okay, proceed.
Her saying I cheated. Her saying I cheated. And the person whom I cheated with.
Objection again, relevance.
Yeah.
This is not a divorce case.
But where you're headed with this is...
Oh, it will be, though.
It doesn't really have anything to do with what we're discussing here today.
You're absolutely correct.
Okay, then let's move on. You're on mute again. Sir, you're on... Okay. Now you're... I couldn't hear what you said the last couple of seconds. You were on mute.
I'm sorry. She asked me to move my things. The things that are in that room that she took pictures of and said I took, those are the things she asked me to move and to leave and to get out of the house.
Chairs?
The mattress, she has a mattress on her bed. take your mattress. I'm not sleeping on that mattress. She told me as well, take the furniture, our old bedroom. I'm not sleeping on that because we had a polygamous relationship with another woman. She said, no, she's not sleeping on that anymore.
What?
Hence the U-Haul location. And again,
they had a polygamous relationship with another woman
on that bed.
On that bed. I wouldn't. Look, I'm flabbergasted.
I wasn't expecting that.
That lady looks so innocent and stuff, and she's over there with, you know, they're doing great. I mean,
a great spot of pausing that. She looks a little bewildered / embarrassed, and the attorney, she just. Oh, wow. All right. So, hey, listen, if that, you know what, that part of the story where she's like, take that mattress. I don't want that.
That sounds like something a woman would say. Yeah. I don't want that bed that hole's in with us. Get it out of here. Bring it out. I don't.
You remember how long it took us to clean that thing? We triple sheeted that thing.
You remember we had to put down towels? It wasn't enough. Remember that?
Seriously though, if that happened, I can see her saying that about the mattress in a way that he's pretty nonchalant about throwing this out there. He ain't making this up. He ain't reading it. I will say that.
No, I have a feeling she didn't think he was going to bring that up.
So she looks pretty embarrassed where I just stopped that, to be honest.
Yeah, she he might as well just been like, look here, Judge.
I'm a legend before that jabroni.
I mean,
by the way, very quickly, just backtracking to where she stopped him in his tracks when he was getting ready to talk about what he was talking about. She accused him of doing that. But yeah, very quick though, the way he was setting up for something. He was setting up to be a little more with the facts, I think, allegedly.
And can she say he's cheating on her when she's allowing it? I mean,
a good point. That's another thing. Is it cheating if you're,
maybe she thought he wouldn't bring that up in, court, but he sure as hell did.
Well, that took a turn. I wasn't expecting that.
And I haven't threatened anyone with a gun. Her family, herself, my children, anyone. She's lying. Point blank, period.
Okay. Any cross-examination, Ms. Garcia?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Ellis, did you say you keep these guns in a U-Haul storage?
No, I didn't say that. I said, hence you saying I keep them in a U-Haul. I do not keep them in a U-Haul. They've been turned over to the police. The police have my weapons that claim that I did anything violence toward her. Not one thing.
So you're saying that you don't have a collection of guns?
No, I didn't say that either. I said I am a gun collector. I collect weapons.
Okay.
Have more than one.
Right. And also, if you have, let me just rephrase that.
And I don't make that kind of money. She makes twice the money I make.
Huh?
I don't even know where she's talking about. Again, like I said, I presented all these things into evidence. So you can see for yourself, Your Honor, that I do pay my bills, that it comes straight to her account.
And no further questions.
That's what I thought.
Okay,
we're not going to ask it. Are you kind of surprised about that?
She stayed away from that like it was hot lava. I mean, I can't blame her. Unless she told her this. You got your lawyer coming in saying your man's cheating on you, and you're laying next to him while he's doing it.
I don't know if it almost makes me believe a little bit more that some of the things he was spewing was absolutely correct? Because I mean, if it's just blasphemy, you want to go after it. You want to break it down. You want to
untruths.
Say something about it. So that's and I wasn't I was expecting a little length there with that.
That's what she
Interesting.
said.
Okay. Yes.
You say the police took all of your weapons?
Yes, the police made me. I had to come in and turn in my weapons. I had 3 on me at the time. They took them
3,
and then they made me turn in the rest.
You were strapped.
So you're saying all of your weapons are now with the police? Is that correct?
Some weapons I don't have access to because they're out of town. I took them out of town into the
they're on vacation.
A safe out of town.
In another country.
I don't even have access to it.
Okay, so they didn't. The police didn't take all of your weapons.
So all the weapons that I have access to, they have.
Very, very valid point there, Pat. If you're such a collector.
All right, sir, and you're indicating that she's not telling the truth about your income. What is your income?
Oh, she got the income right.
Did he just spit a fingernail out?
I don't make as much as she's claiming.
We need to re-rack that and see.
Yeah, I think he just bit off a fingernail and spit it out right in the middle of court. That's gross as hell. There it is.
Sir, and you're indicating that she's not telling the truth about your income. What is your income?
Deep.
Oh, she got the income right. I'm just saying I don't make as much as she's claiming. I make about $4,200. That's it. I give her money or whatever it is. I don't make that kind of money.
Okay, what you're saying is it's like contradictory. You're saying that she's not telling.
What I'm saying is she's trying to get me to pay for court costs and all. I did not do any of this kind of stuff, and I think that's unreasonable.
Okay, I didn't ask you anything about court costs. I was just asking you what your income was.
It's 40. She got it correct. 42. She's correct.
Okay, and that's all I was asking.
But she was saying there was other income other than that
at one point.
Yeah, the way he just phrased that a few minutes ago, he had said that he don't make anywhere near that. Now, I guess he means the extra added stuff.
Yeah, she was claiming they still had retirement, and things like that. So I don't know, but that was pretty nasty.
That was.
He felt he needed to get that nail right then. Couldn't wait.
You said she wasn't correct at one point. Now you're saying she is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything further?
That's an inconsistency, and when the judge calls you out like that, you don't just go.
That looks bad on him, and look at that side eye he's giving right now. Look at the judge like that.
Mr. Grotto, I'm giving you the face that he's giving you because you're absolutely right about that. We have seen a man pee in a cup in a truck.
Did y'all get a chance to see the evidence that I submitted?
No,
I have not reviewed the file at this point. I will review the file. This was your opportunity. It's when you were supposed to present your evidence. That's what the trial is about.
Say again?
The reason you're having this hearing is for you to present your evidence.
Okay, so.
And you're asking the court to go somewhere else to take a look at your evidence that you have already submitted.
I'm sorry, sir, but according to the paperwork, this is how they said I had to submit my evidence. I had to email it to the file number and submit it. That's how I was told to submit it, and that's how I submitted it.
Okay, is there anything as listed as exhibits with regard to
so any exhibits he sent in, it's still up to him to identify and ask for those things to be shown.
Wouldn't the evidence usually come in the last part, though? Not.
Well, can those things be shown? I didn't
kind of work it in if it's
specifically what they are, sir.
Relevant what you're talking to at that moment.
First of all, I would like for the bank statements to be shown.
How is it labeled, sir? That when you sent it,
don't be showing no damn bank statements. So that's the last thing I need.
It should say
If they show a bank statement, we're going to cover that up. And Creed's going to tell us what it says.
They should say bank statement.
Look at the judge's face. I don't think Judge is buying what he's selling, man.
I'm sorry, Judge, I missed some. Did you need me to do anything?
We were trying to.
Calling
He's hard
forth an exhibit.
to
He
read.
says he sent in Miss Broom by the name of bank statement.
He's also very quiet.
Okay, I looked before court started. I didn't see anything from him. And nothing is saying Odyssey for him.
That doesn't fare well for him.
To the email provided to me. It was
if you knew what we lived off of a month, you'd be shocked. Let me tell you that.
Did you put your name or case number on the evidence?
Yes, ma'am, I did. I put the case number on every piece of paper and defended on it, just like I was instructed to do.
And did you receive an email back stating we received your document?
No, ma'am.
I haven't checked. But
if you would check, and if you do, just let me know the person name and I'll look it up that way.
I mean, why are we worried about the bank statement? Again, this isn't a divorce. We're not looking to split properties here.
Yeah, that was one thing that the lawyer threw out that was absolutely correct. We're not sitting here trying to do a divorce here for the second time. By the way, if you lose half in the first divorce, you go and get married, do you lose the next half? So now you've quartered.
Does she give you back that half when you get remarried?
Yeah, right.
Or do you get like a prorated, amount back? If she marries that man again, I'm gonna lose my mind. By the way,
that's what is.
Did you send that in today?
No, I sent it
while
in,
they mess around with this, don't
yesterday,
forget coming up 405 East.
Okay, you didn't receive anything yesterday.
Tuesday, I presume.
No, I'm not.
As Taco Eat and as Tuesdays, we can get it. Create a lot of great stuff going on. I muted them really quick so you could hear us. Don't forget, we got a premiere coming up in just about 30 minutes here on We Got a Case, as well as one hitting at 5:30 today. That's Eastern time, in case you're wondering. So make sure you're here for that. You don't want to miss it. Tacos and Chases, 405 5. Judge is not happy. They're just going to stay here now, I guess, and look at each other.
I guess we're still trying to pull up the one specific thing that nobody seems to be able to find, which
a bank statement, which I don't see any relevance in.
I'm looking as well, Judge.
Judge about to say F this. He ain't gonna let him send it now.
Okay, well, notwithstanding that,
I kind of wish he had a few receipts, but a lot of it is just stuff like with the bed. You know what I mean? Like,
Mr. Elliott, what is it you're asking for the court to do?
I would just want the restraining order removed so I can freely see my son and my son can freely see me. I don't wish to return to the residence, only to remove my things that I have left. And that's, I would like for her to file the annulment due to mental, a court-ordered filing for that reason. Beyond anything else,
Judge's face.
I have no desire to be with her or be in that house, none at all. I just want my things. I want
Judge thinking, does he know I
life.
can't do an annulment here right now?
I don't want anything from her.
Are you indicating that you would like to be allowed to return to the premises to remove your belongings? Is that what I heard you say?
Yes.
And you still have belongings there?
Yes. I was forced to move up out of there.
I got a Bowflex.
I didn't know why, but again, like I said, the restraining order, according to the paperwork, was
Master
issued on the 8th, but issued to me on the 14th. So I don't know how you're afraid of your life. I'm in the house every day.
Never came back to get anything.
Okay. Is all of your property in one location within the house?
It's in that room where she showed the pictures, and I also have some things in the garage. That's it. I'm sorry, in the kitchen as well.
Protein powder, lots of it, like stacks on stacks on stacks.
Like I said, I would like the restraining order removed so I can get my things, and also so I can freely see my son at any time I feel like it, and he feels like he wants to see me. Because again, I've never denied my son in any way. I don't know how she can fix her mouth to say that one. I really don't.
What? I didn't hear her saying it wasn't his.
Is there anything further?
That he's denying his child?
Oh, and my last name back. That's it.
What?
Your last
His last name back?
name. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's it. My last name. I want my name back and a court-ordered filing for this annulment.
Dude, you lost this case here in the last 2 minutes.
He really did. Wow, that all just unfolded very quickly, and the judge. No, did he say anything about through all of that? Nothing about the kid.
She never once said he claimed the child wasn't his and this, that, and the other, and now he wants his name back.
Does he mean by wanting his name back? Does that mean that he wants her to change hers back to her
whatever it was before? I'm guessing, but I don't think he can force her to do that. I don't think that's a must do. They give you the option, I'm sure, but
Kate's, that's what I originally thought. But I mean, if that's pretty
if he did that, what a table. Boy, how the tables have turned.
Oh.
We was in a polygamous decision.
Oh, you're saying you want your last name back from her?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll punch him in the mouth. Yes. My man, come on.
Yes. Okay. I really don't want anything to do with her. I don't know the person that she is. That
the woman you married twice.
These kind of accusations.
And he spent all that time building me up too. And a lot of you in the chat. And now in the beginning and on the end, the bread.
Yes, Your Honor.
He's lost me.
Even with that OJ smile there at the end, like, of course I didn't do it.
Is there anything else, sir?
No, sir.
Okay. Any rebuttal, Ms. Garcia, or any?
No.
Shut up. Let him go.
Yeah. Were you saying something, Ms. Ellis? You're on mute. You're on mute.
I was saying, if you haven't looked at the evidence I presented, I wish that would be taken in consideration before you make any kind of decision. That's all I would say.
Take me to court.
Okay, thank you. All right, Ms. Garcia.
Yeah, whatever.
No rebuttal.
I'm shocked at this attorney, but I like her.
Oh God. Jesus. Wow.
All right. Wow. Well, the court's going to take this under advisement. And I will review the petition. Anything that's as part of the petition, the court will review. But that would be the extent of it. And then any other evidence that's been submitted. Were you moving to have the court accept your exhibits, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
P2, 3, and 4.
All right.
Any objection?
I would try to get a ruling out as quickly as possible.
Okay, so he's doing his song and dance usually does. I'm gonna take it under advisement. Okay. We do have a person on the inside of this court that can get us the decisions on these cases. He and she had reached out and said, hey, I can keep an eye out for these decisions if you want me to. I can let you know what come of them. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to reach out to our woman in the courthouse who, Creed, you remember, she first come into contact with us because she was the attorney on a TPO case we did. And she has been since then a longtime supporter of ours. You'll see her in the chat here and there, and you don't even know she's here, guys.
Oh, I love that.
So I'm gonna get with her, and she actually wants to come on the show sometime and give an attorney's perspective because she loves the way we do things. And try and get these decisions for us and find out if they did turn out the way that, I mean, how do you guys think it turned out? Do you think they voted for him or for her? 1 for her, 2 for him.
Yeah, in the chat, 1 for her, 2 for him, and hopefully we'll find out. I always hate the cliffhangers, but also it's kind of fun to give you a chance to kind of think about it. That was a roller coaster today. I'm not really sure. I think that he has turned me off there at the end.
Yeah, he lost me right at the end. He lost me. He really did. I hate to say it because I was changing my mind. I was like, okay, maybe. So, yeah, I'm gonna get with her and see if she can get us those decisions.
Oh, I love that. I appreciate that from her.
She offered to do it, and I was like, sure, why not?
My God, yes, please. But he's a weirdo.
He is weird.
And let's not forget too, he did promise quite a bit of receipts there at the beginning, and then all he wanted was a bank statement. We never got to it.
Yeah, they couldn't even find it. They couldn't even locate his submission. Because in that courtroom, it's not like when we watch in Washington where they just turn over their evidence and the judge looks at it. You have to ask and say, look, I need you to present this right now. This is and for consideration. If you don't do that, then it's like you didn't even send them anything. They're not going to look at it. The judge is not going to see it. It's not going to happen. He's got to do it himself. So again, that's where a lawyer would have probably come in a lot handier for him than her.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What a ride. Don't forget, in just about 18 minutes from now, a new video will be dropping, premiering. This thing broke. There it is.
It broke mid hallelujah. Did you hear that? Thank you, Kieran.
This thing's getting old. It don't finger like it used to. Thank you, Kieran. Right now, Kieran on the Monterey monorail. And Creed's gonna put them on for me.
Or manually. With my mouth.
Use your mouth, Creed.
That really was a good case. I enjoyed that. And the fact that they've gotten married twice is also pretty astonishing.
Sound like they had some good times too. Wasn't all bad.
It does sound like they had, it does. Yeah, it wasn't all that bad. You're absolutely right about that.
Hey, girl. Wasn't all bad.
I like that, the back shot too.
Unless you know what you're working with.
Improvements over at 3B.
The
Once, Twice, a Wife Express, aka the Monetary Monorail. Thank you. What was it? The Love Train?
Yeah.
Who's handsome? Thank you, KH. Gary Michael. They called me Rose with 5 memberships. Flusha took the chairs. Amazon girl with a tenor of memberships. And Kathy, welcome. And Super Ross. The late fee. I like that. Be kind. Please rewind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And awesome info that we can potentially find out the outcomes.
That's right. Not everybody hates this channel. Make sure you do us a huge favor. You haven't done so already. Like the video. Prepare yourself for 2 new videos on We Got a Case today. You're not going to miss them. So make sure you're there for that. If you've got notifications turned on, turn them on, by the way.
Why is Slick in the other room today? Why is he?
Maybe 2 great hairstyles can't be in the same room at the same time.
Count at 3. Look at hers. Come on now.
Maybe they'll get in a fight or something. Like, one hair dude takes on the other one.
Has she not been in jail long? She's really figured out how to do the makeup.
I don't know. She's made the most with as little as humanly possible. You guys, thank you again so much. Miss Hot, what's going on? It does. Sometimes second time around, I divorced him for 11 years due to substance abuse. 3 years later.
I like that.
Wow.
I would imagine that's rare. That's rare, but good to hear it.
Rare air right there.
Awesome.
That's good stuff. Love does keep us together, and sex with other women does too. Apparently, it for some people, sometimes it doesn't work out. That's all right though. We love you guys. There's Regina.
So we've got closure.
Just like that, baby. There it is. There's your answer.
Regina, thank you.
Regina, I love you. You gotta come on. We can do this. That's our they ever ask if we have an attorney? You damn right we do. You guys have fun. Have a great one. Stay safe. Stay hard. Stay tuned. Top Guys out. Look at Regina doing the Lord's work.